What's going on, guys? It's Matt here, and today I got my next video of my top 10 favorite bands. Today we're probably going to be doing the least well-known of all the bands I've covered so far. A big favorite of mine, RATT. Very well-known, popular 80s metal band, glam metal band. Probably heard one of their songs before. We'll get to it in the list, but it's been in a lot of movies and genre like that. I've known about RATT for a while, but over the past few months, I'd say it's been rising on my list of on my personal favorite bands, because I've just been experiencing more of their music. Alright, so let's get started with the list. Now, a lot of the list is going to be their first album, which I think is definitely their best. I think their albums just got worse and worse as the 80s went on. Their first album was awesome. Second album was also very good. But after that, it kind of went down. But, alright, so first song, number 10, Lay It Down, from their second album, Invasion of Your Privacy. Lay It Down was one of their more popular songs, got a lot of attention, had a music video, which I don't understand, but it was a music video nonetheless, so it got a lot of airplay on MTV. It's got a nice opening riff. It's got a nice heavy guitar riff throughout. It's got a cool chorus. It's all around a nice song to rock out to. Number 10 is Lay It Down. And number 9 is the only song on the list, not from one of the first two albums, or before, but we'll get to that later. I Want a Woman, from their 1988, I believe, album, which the name is slipping right now, but from that album. This album was not awesome. It had a few hits on it. This was one of those hits. I Want a Woman also had a music video. Way Cool Jr. was also on this album. That was a big hit for them. But this is a poppier song, but it's still got some nice instrumentation in it, and I really like the solo and Stephen Pearcy's vocals on it. I think it's a cool song. Not really, obviously, by the name you can tell, it's not a freaking in-depth song, but it's just fun. Alright, number 8, from Out of the Cellar, Scene of the Crime. This is, I believe, the last song in the album. I'm surprised the song was not more of a hit, because it's kind of poppier than the rest of the songs in the album. It's got a nice, cool hook, riff with a nice hook to it, and the drums on this song, Bobby Blotzer's drums, they might have put an effect on it or something, but they have a real nice sound on this particular song, the drums. All around, nice song that I really like a lot. At number 8, Scene of the Crime. And now number 7, also from Out of the Cellar, You're in Trouble. This is one of their more popular songs. You're in trouble. Just a great rockin' song. Nice rockin' RATT song. I like this one a lot. Just an awesome song. Nothing more I can say about it. Alright, number 6, from Invasion of Your Privacy. What You Give Is What You Get. This is not one of their more well-known songs, but I really like it. I think this song kind of embodies the way RATT did things. RATT wasn't really like some of the other LA metal bands that came out around the same time or after them, like stuff like Cinderella and Poison, and even Motley Crue to an extent, especially on Crue's later stuff. RATT kind of had a more like serious, sinister tone to some of their songs, which I think is really cool. And What You Give Is What You Get is a perfect example of that. I love the opening riff and the riff throughout the entire song. It's got a slower tempo, but I think that just makes it better. It's a really great metal song, and I think you should go give it a listen if you haven't heard it. Alright, number 5, Halfway Through, and this is the song everyone's heard about it. Round and Round. This song was very popular in their 80s. Definitely their most popular song. And you even hear it nowadays in um, media. In fact, the way I found out about RATT was this song Round and Round was in Stranger Things, the Netflix TV show, and I heard it in that show, and I was like, ah, that's a cool song. What is that? So then I looked it up, and I found about RATT, and have never since been the same. You've probably heard the song before. You don't need me to talk about it. Catchy, nice riff, awesome music video. The dual guitar solo with Warren DeMartini and Robin Crosby, who, by the way, Warren DeMartini, I think, is a very underrated guitarist. I think he's one of the best guitarists ever. He just had such a cool style, and he just played his stuff really great. I think, well, he's in there with a lot of 80s guitarists, who I think don't get enough recognition as they deserve. Others would be like George Lynch, Jakey Lee, um, Mick Mars, all awesome guitarists, but Warren DeMartini especially, I think, is really good. And him and Robin, the other guitarist in the band, have a really great dual guitar solo in the song that just makes the whole song 10 times better. So I couldn't have a top 10 RATT songs list without Round and Round, so that is the number 5 song. Alright, number 4, also from their debut album, In Your Direction. This song I discovered more recently, but it's rapidly becoming one of my favorite songs by them. Not as well known, but it's got a really awesome, blistering riff, nice chorus, like a lot of RATT stuff with both of those things. Just a really great song. I recommend you listen to it if you haven't heard it. And now we're going to move into the top 3. So at number 3 is Back for More. This is one of their more well-known hits from their first album. Had a music video which featured Tommy Lee and Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue as cameos. I really like this song. The acoustic intro, Robin does an intro on an acoustic guitar, which you can see blatantly in the music video, but it's also obviously in the song. I think that's really cool, and then they just go into this really awesome, heavy, just also kind of poppy, but really great riff, which continues through the whole song. It's got some great solos in it. Really good song. And now number 2 is You Think You're Tough. This song was actually not on any of RATT's actual certified albums, but this is one of their quintessential songs. As far as I know, they've played it at almost every show they've done, especially in the 80s. It was definitely their first hit, but it was actually not on their debut album or any after. It was on their 1983 EP, which is the song in that EP garnered them the attention that they required to sign into a record label and put out of the cellar. But this song even has a music video, which was made later in the 80s. It has, I know it has Ozzy Osbourne in it, doing some stuff from The Ultimate Sin. So they made this video long after they made the song, but it's always seemed weird to me that the song's not on an actual album. But anyway, it is an awesome song, great riff, great vocals, everything about the song. And Juan Crucer, the bassist, does he's one of the things about RATT is that he does a lot of the backing vocals, especially during the choruses. You hear Stephen Pearcy sing, but also Juan's there doing backing vocals, which if you listen to them without the backing vocals, they do sound a lot different, which you probably wouldn't notice that just listening to it. But in the chorus of this song, he does his own thing. It's kind of a pre-chorus, it's not the actual chorus, but he sings it himself without Stephen there. And it's really cool to hear someone else's voice singing in RATT. That's one of the coolest parts of the song, I think. So yeah, number 2 is You Think You're Tough. And now, the number 1 song is Wanted Man. another hit of theirs from Out of the Cellar. Probably, obviously not as big as Round and Round, but probably about as much attention as Back for More. I love the riff in the song. I love the chorus in the song. It's just a really awesome song with their music video that they did for this. Had like an old west theme to it, which I really like because I like watching westerns and stuff like that. All around, just an awesome song. I recommend you give that song and obviously everything else on this list a listen if you haven't already. And that's it for the list. But we do have some honorable mentions. So, from Out of the Cellar, Lack of Communication, and The Morning After are two other great songs from that album. Between the list and the honorable mentions, we've covered almost every song in that album, but it's a great album, so no problems there. From their next album, their second, Invasion of Your Privacy, You're in Love was the big hit from that album. Pretty good song. And Dangerous But Worth the Risk is another good one. And from their third album, Dancing Undercover, this is where they started to get a little less metally and a little more late 80s glam poppy. But it's still got some good songs. Dance is a good song that was featured in Miami Vice, one of my favorite TV shows. And Slip of the Lip, it's a good song. And from their next album, the same one as I Want a Woman, is Way Cool Jr. It's kind of got a like funky, bluesy, early, like I guess 40s or 50s tone to it, which is cool. I really like that. And I You Got It is my last honorable mention. This was also on their EP and never released as one of their actual albums, but this is a really heavy song, great song. You Got It. And that's it for the RATT list. Let me know what you think. Give me your list in the comments. Be sure to tell all your friends and family about this list. I'd love as much support as I can get on this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya. Creeper.